Hello everyone, it's Kyle, and I just want to say one thing before we get started. Happy 25th birthday, Megaman. Yes, the day you're seeing this entire playthrough, mind you, December 12th, 2012, is Megaman's 25th birthday. And since it's because of that, I wanted to go back and play his first game for this channel. Now, one thing you're going to notice right off the bat, there's only 6 Robot Masters. They had not implemented the 8 yet, and that there is actually a point system. Now, actually, one thing that's surprising for this game is that it did not do well in America due to its, very oddly chosen box art. That actually, the design of which got used in Street Fighter X Tekken's PS3 version. Now, as for why I'm doing this and not, like, the 25th anniversary collection, or, I mean, no, that was the 15th anniversary collection, wasn't it? Yeah, there was a GameCube collection for that, but, as for why I decided to do Megaman 1 for this instead of all the others, well, for one thing, it's the original game. I'm going to do that if it's an anniversary, usually. Now, as well, there's a point system, which is only in this game, and one thing you're going to notice about the control with this guy is that, with Mega Man in this one, is that he has a bit of weight to him, actually. He has momentum. Because apparently they modeled this somewhat after Mario Brothers for some reason. Now, this is actually going to be the only part in the series in the game that will be post-commentated because, in case I wanted to, I recorded it before I comment. Yeah, I'm just gonna start the sentence over. Because of a stage that's later in this video, I just didn't want to tempt fate with recording it live. However, part 2 onwards will be, even though this will probably only be 3 or 4 parts. Considering since there's only 6 Robot Masters in this game, it not only is it a bit easier, but it's also a lot shorter. I get through 3 of them in this video alone. But this is all Mega Man 1 also, by the way, has some of the plainest names for the Robot Masters. I mean, Fireman. Oh my god, how original. Although I'm surprised it didn't model him after a firefighter. And there's a glitch. In Mega Man 1, which is also something that's present in Sonic the Hedgehog 1 as well. In Mega Man 1, let me explain it like this. In Mega Man 2 onwards, if you got hit before you landed on spikes, your invincibility frames would save you from dying. However, they tried to do that in this game. In fact, in the PSP remake of this, I'm gonna talk about in a bit. They did fix that, but in this, if you land on spikes, even when you have your invincibility frames, you're dead. Now, not only that, but you're also going to notice quite a bit different with this game that they didn't really bring out later in the series, especially coming up here in the before the boss hallway. Every game after this, for one thing, it was 1 door instead of 2, and in every game it was just a straight hallway, not this with enemies like it does here. But anyway, since I just mentioned that, like with Mega Man X1, there's Mega Man X1, sorry. Mega Man 1 here also has a PSP remake, Mega Man Powered Up, with animified graphics. It's all chibi and such. It's actually kind of cute. But oh, that's right. Computer problems at that point. Now, the main reason I bring this up now is because they changed some of the programming around for the bosses. Here, Bomb Man, by the way, very original, even though he looks like a chicken, tries to pretty much stay away from you when he's throwing his bombs. But in Powered Up, I think he intentionally is trying to land on you. And unlike 2 onwards, where you just kill the boss and you're warped out, you have to pick up that item. And also, unlike the series onwards, there's nothing telling you that you got the power. You just get it. So let's head on over to Gutsman now, shall we? And Gutsman's actually the Robot Master that gets brought back the most in anything, alongside Cutman there. But for some reason, Wily seems to have an obsession with Gutsman in particular. I'm not sure why he does. I mean, he gets brought back in 2, I think he's mentioned in... the final boss of 3 looks like him. I don't think he's brought up in 4. He's brought back in 7 as well. 8 I'm not even going to talk about. Actually, who did they choose for the Wily archive in 10? I forget. Was that Black Man? Anyway, that was the section there that I was worried about that maybe while I record it in post. I completely forgot to talk over that. with the platforms there are breaks in the road. Or pathway, I guess. Rail, I guess it is. But if you're not on the when the platform falls, you better already be in the air when the platform falls on those rails, because if you're not, and you're still on it, you're gonna drop like a fucking rock. The gravity, I think, is extremely intensified there for some odd reason. I guess because they didn't want you to feel the pain too much. Because there's a couple of other games do that as well, where they're just bottomless pits in case they want to accelerate your death. But that's probably the hardest part of the game over. And now we have these guys, actually. These guys, they take out a third of your health, and you're going to be seeing 3 of them in the level later on, so I'm just killing this guy so I can get him out of my way. And we're already at Gutsman. Now, the controls are pretty much the exact same from 2 onwards. There's no slide like there was in 3 onwards, or no charge like 4 onwards. But one thing I don't think exists in later games, I'm not sure, I never really pressed the select button in those games, is that if you press select, you're actually going to do a secondary pause, which actually freezes the gameplay instead of bringing you to the weapon select menu. Now, all these weapons have names, but I can never remember them for the most part. I remember, I think 3 of them. For getting Bomb Man, we get to throw bombs, which 3 of them kills Gutsman, but I was not prepared for this at all, because you see, the thing is, since it's his 25th birthday, I wanted to play through every single classic and X game, which I've already done all of X. I've done all Bound Network and Zero. But since I was going to play this, I thought I might as well record it. It's actually not the 17th right now, it's actually the 16th. I'm uploading this the day after, of course. And the thing is, since it is his first game, I decided, why not? I may not have it as well memorized as 2 onwards, but it'll still be fun. But the thing is with the weaknesses in Megaman 1 especially is that they take out their respective thing they're strong against far too quickly. You saw there I took out Gutsman in 3 hits. That's not the only time that's going to happen. And with Gutsman out of the way, it's time to head on over to Cutman. Now, if you're playing the game your first time, I suggest you go after Cutman first. But I go Bomb Man first because, well, for one thing, it's the order I've always gone in. And it's more convenient for item completion because there are some things you need to get in this game that are not gotten through Robot Masters, I'll tell you that much. And like with all the other Mega Man games, really, the soundtrack in this is top-notch. But that is one thing I don't really like about Mega Man Powered Up, the remake of this. They butchered this song especially. It sounds too much like kindergarten music. Actually, the thing about Powered Up as a whole is kind of bland in my opinion. The best part about it is being able to download those other characters and play them as you unlock them. Being able to play as a like man, I'm just gonna say, is completely awesome. And overall, though, this is probably going to be the shortest Mega Man playthrough on the channel yet, aside from... I lost my train of thought there. Sorry, got distracted. But actually, for these guys here, these guys were actually brought back in Mega Man 10, yet for some reason people seem to think they were originated there. But apparently those people are just far too young. Then again, as a whole, this is a pretty aged game. I only love it to death because I played it so much, but it hasn't aged that well compared to 2 onwards. Slow down. the sprite limits of this must have not been too good at the time. That is just too much happening. I'm getting incredibly distracted right now, I'm sorry about that. But I don't do 2 takes. Unless the computer crashes, in which case I kinda have to. And actually, I completely forgot to mention it, but from beating Gutsman, we got his ability to lift up rocks, which is actually the most limited in terms of his attacks, although I think it's actually one of the more powerful attacks in the game, in terms of overall just attack strength. Why am I trying to kill this guy? And we're at Cutman, who actually gets brought back much later in the series, but for him, you just need to hit him with these 2 rocks right here on the bottom left, and you will take him out easily. Because each one takes up almost if not exactly, a little over half his health, so yeah, but if you mess up and you miss 1 or 2, you're gonna have to buster him. Luckily, he's actually fairly weak to the buster, and can be taken out pretty easily. But anyway, I'm gonna have to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys next time on Mega Man 1, which should be uploaded around the same time as this, but it'll be live commentary. I'll see you guys then, and on the next part we will be taking on Megaman.